Hola chicos, I'm going to go through the indirect object pronoun packets with you, so you need your highlighter and your pen or pencil to go through this, probably better a pencil. On this first page here, you will see a list of the indirect object pronouns. Remember, indirect object pronouns are to whom or for whom that something happens. I need to change my pointer. All right. So to whom or for whom when something happens, and you are using le and les, which is non-gender specific. Le meaning singular, him or her. Les, them or you. All right, let's get started. Everything in this packet has to be underlined in your sentences. If it's not underlined, the most you can get on your notebook grade is a 3, because it's really important that you learn how to identify the indirects and directs in your sentences. So first, we're going to go through and figure out what is the direct and what is the indirect. I did the first one for you. John tells me a story. Who does John tell a story to? Me. 2 lines is your indirect. Over here on this column, you're going to write me. What does he tell me? A story. What or who after the verb is your DOP. So on this first column, you're going to write a story. She buys him nothing. Who does she buy nothing for? Him. That's your IDOP. That goes over here as him. What does she buy him? Nothing. It goes on your DOP line. They send us food. Who do they send food for? Us. For us is your IDOP. What do they send us? Food. That is your DOP. I know, kind of strange that number 5 says the cannibal cooks us for his friends. I didn't make these sentences up, just keeping a little spice in life. So, we've got the cannibal cooks us for his friends. Who does he cook for his friends? Us. What or who after the verb is your DOP, and then for his friends is your IDOP. Please make sure you've got for inside of your underline, because if you don't, you have to rewrite that sentence. You've got this funky para hanging out that you have to do something with. I highlighted number 6. He tells you. Who does he tell? You. That is your DOP, because it's not to you or for you. So you would just put an X right here because there is no IDOP. Same thing with number 9 down there, okay? Placement for affirmative sentences, that just means that there's no word in there, negative word. These are one verb sentences, so you will put the DOP or the IDOP in this case right before the first conjugated verb. All right, let's continue. So for this page, I'm just going to go through page by page, give you a few examples, what you need to write. Each group has experts that I've already taught this packet to while you guys were SAT testing or SBAC testing. So please make sure you heavily lean on their advice, because I've explained everything that I'm already doing for you right now. So number 1, Jorge compra flores para mí. Who does Jorge buy flowers for? Para mí. That is where you underline 2 times. You're taking that out, and you are replacing it with me, because it's para mí, and you're writing me in the blank here. Okay? Marta cuenta la historia a nosotros. Marta tells the story to us. Who does she tell the story to? Us. That is your IDOP. You are going to put nos in the blank because it's nosotros. Okay? Go ahead first, go through these, underline all of the the IDOPs, and fill those in your sentences over here in the blanks. For exercise I-10-3, I wrote your flow chart here for you. It's easier to write your sentences when you can lean on a flow chart. So first we're going to put our subject, which is I, yo. Then we're going to put our IDOP, which is him, le. We are conjugating our verb for our subject always. We never conjugate it for the IDOP or the DOP. So we've got subject, IDOP, verb from I tell, digo, and then la verdad is the truth. Yo le digo la verdad. He tells lies to me all the time. Who does he tell lies to all of the time? To me. So that is your IDOP. We go él, because that's our subject. So él, then our IDOP, él me dice, he tells, mentiras todo el tiempo. Él me dice mentiras todo el tiempo. We give her the flowers. Who do we give the flowers to? Her. This is my IDOP. Nosotros le damos las flores. Nosotros is our subject. Le is our IDOP. Damos, because we are conjugating our verb for our subject. And miscellaneous would be las flores. All right, guys, keep going. For negative sentences, that just means that you're putting no or a negative word in the sentence. Right here next to ejercicio, and you guys can read these notes to familiarize yourself more with them. But here for the flow chart, I want you to write subject with an arrow, then no, arrow, IDOP, arrow, verb, arrow, miscellaneous. So again, that was subject, no, IDOP, verb, miscellaneous. So in this first sentence, he doesn't tell me anything. Me is your IDOP. Who does he not tell anything to? Me. Él no me dice nada. Because remember, we can't say affirmative word, anything, when we've got a negative in our sentence. Everything has to be negative. All right? Let's do one more together. I don't tell him anything. Who do I not tell anything to? Him. That's my IDOP. Yo no le digo nada. Yo no le digo nada. Okay? Word here, address is dirección. Money is dinero. And waiter is mesero. M-E-S-E-R-O. Okay. Continuing on here, we have two verb sentences. Remember, when you have two verbs in your sentence, you have a choice. You can put it before the first conjugated verb, or you can hook it to the infinitive. With these, we're going to practice hooking them. Okay, so guys, I want you to read this information. I want you to highlight what you feel is important. I'm going to turn the page. So we have 15 sentences, excuse me, right here. This is our first conjugated verb. This is our infinitive, noun, and then here's our DOP, or excuse me, our IDOP. A Jorge. Quiero dar el libro a Jorge. I want to give the book to Jorge. Who do I want to give the book to? A Jorge. Make sure you're underlining a, or para if that word comes up. Then we're going to take out a Jorge. We are going to hook it onto the end of our infinitive. We're taking dar and we're hooking le and we're writing it in the blank. So quiero darle, in the blank, el libro. Number 2, necesitamos decir la verdad a ellos. A ellos is our IDOP. Here's our first conjugated verb. Here's our infinitive. We're writing the infinitive in the blank. We are hooking les onto the end. So it is necesitamos decirles la verdad. Next one. Ella tiene que prestar el dinero a mí. A mí is my IDOP. I'm hooking it right onto my infinitive, which is prestar. Ella tiene que prestarme el dinero. All right, guys, you work on these. I'm going to give you the directions for the next sentences here. Up here, we've identified the IDOP. We've identified where the infinitive is, and we've hooked it onto the end, written that in the blank. These, you're doing the exact same thing, but instead of me giving you the sentences already, you have to translate them. These go straight across because you're hooking them meaning the IDOPs, onto the ends of your infinitives. So this first one, I want to give him a gift. Him is my IDOP. Yo quiero darle, and then a gift is right here, un regalo. Quiero darle un regalo. Me is my IDOP. Él necesita decirme la verdad. Okay? The word or the verb here, should, comes from the verb deber, D-E-B-E-R. You'll conjugate it for we. So nosotros debemos escribirle una carta. Okay? Una carta. Oops, right there. All right, let's continue. Home stretch. Okay, these verbs right here are the verbs that you've been using in this packet. You'll need to look at these for the next little parts. We're going to clarify who it is that we're talking about when we use these indirect object pronouns. So yesterday my example was yo le escribo, period. But you don't know who the le is talking about, whether it's him or her. So here you are going to have your IDOP, and you're going to clarify after the noun, or excuse me, after the verb, who it is that you are talking about. Okay? So yo le, so we've got subject, IDOP, verb conjugated for your subject, right after the conjugated verb. You are writing a with a blank. A Juan, $5. So when we look at our sentences on this page, right next to ejercicio, okay, I want you to do this. Subject, IDOP, verb, then you're going to clarify a with a line underneath, a space. You're going to either say a Juan, a él, a su tía, a Mateo, a su abogado, a la policía, etc. Okay? And then your miscellaneous part of your sentence. So here for number 1, I tell Juan everything. Juan is my IDOP. So according to our flow chart, I'm going to say yo le digo a Juan todo. Yes, you have to put the a Juan in there because we're clarifying who it is that we're talking about. A couple of these have 2 verbs in this sentence. I want you to hook the IDOP onto it. If you hook the IDOP onto it, right after the IDOP, you are going to tell me who it is that you're talking about. The a with a space, the clarification. So this sentence will read, yo quiero decirle a él todo. Okay? And that's it, kids. I know that was a lot to take in. Hopefully this video helped. Watch it again if you need to. And these packets need to be done by Friday. You'll have today and tomorrow to work on them. By Friday, they have to be totally complete. Thanks so much.